I want to show you how you can flip your classroom using Edpuzzle and assign the math videos to students so that you can see their answers and formatively assess them. So what you need to do first is create an Edpuzzle account as a teacher, and then when you're in your account, in your My Content area, you can press Add Content, and you're going to want to create a video. And from here you need to choose the video that you want to create. So I'm going to use the Basics of Place Value lesson, and I'm going to copy the link, and then in here I'm going to scroll down till where I see YouTube, and I'm just going to scroll down a little bit more until I see the See More, and I'll paste my URL in here, and then the video pops up. And sometimes Edpuzzle can be a little bit glitchy, but you just have to keep pressing the play or pause button to make it work a little better. You can push these in or out. So if I just want the students to do the preview, or I just want them to see the lesson, I can cut the video to where I want it to be. And then I can go over to the Questions tab, and I can start adding in questions. So what I'm thinking of doing for these Edpuzzle videos is having the students put in their preview answers and the reflection answers before I go over it in the video, so that I can see what they knew before they were given the answers. So I'm going to go to right before I start going over the preview, and you can press play and pause to watch where you want to put it in. And then I'm going to want to see their answers to these questions, so I'm going to first add a multiple choice question. And here is the question and the answer choices. So if I wanted to see what they got, I could type in the full question, or if I'm kind of short on time, don't want to have to type everything in, I could say that's question 1, and then type in the answer choices A, B, C, and D. When you have all your answer choices, you need to figure out which one is correct, so it's C. So this one is not correct, not correct, this one is correct, so you change the check mark and the X's. And then you can also add feedback, so they got it right, awesome job. They didn't get it right, well actually in A, the 4 is in the 1's place. So when students answer the question, they'll be able to see your feedback for each question, and then you can press save. So here's what the question will look like minus the right answer and the feedback. They'll see the feedback after they put their answer in. And then I have 3 questions here, so I'm actually going to go down and add another multiple choice question down here. For the last question, it is actually an open-ended question. There's multiple answers to it. So I'm going to go down and I'm going to press the purple button that says open-ended. So the students will be able to actually type in their answer. So I could put the full question, create a number, or I could just put a 3 there. And then for feedback, I can say, and then press save. So this will not grade for them, but we will be able to see what their answer was. So I could add more here. I could add a note if I want to be like, don't forget to look at your place value chart. I can see that I added the questions by this little drop here under the circle. So now I can scroll my little bar. I'm going to pause it because it's playing. I can scroll the bar to wherever I want to go. So next I go over the lesson, and then I go over the reflection. So if I want to add another multiple choice or an open-ended question before the reflection, I can do that. And when I have all of my questions and open-ended things and notes in the video, I can press finish. And it saves automatically as you're working on it, so if you accidentally get kicked out or something like that, you can always go back to it. So this is my video, and you can see where the questions are. If I had added more questions, they would show up throughout the video. And as I play the video, it's going to stop the students and show them the video questions. So I can say, okay, for number 1, I think it's A. For number 2, I think it's B. Number 3, I'm going to say that, and I'll submit that. And then it tells me whether I got the answers right or not. So here it shows me, oh no, this is actually the right answer. Here's the feedback. Next question. Oh, that's my answer. I didn't add any feedback there. And then that's what I put, but this is the feedback from the teacher. So then I can rewatch, or I can press skip or continue. So that is the awesomeness of this Edpuzzle app. It's really good for flipping the classroom and allowing you to see answers that students did and for them to see answers as well and feedback. They can also add closed captioning, so I can add English. You can change the volume, you can make it full screen. And over here you can change if you want it to be public or private, and you can assign it right here. So I'm going to assign it to this class. Today, the due date. I always put prevent skipping on. That means the students can't go forward in the video until they watch the video. You can make sure that they turn on closed captionings. You can add a new class, you can assign it later, or you can assign it right now. And then under here, this is the student tab. When students answer, you're going to be able to see what they put and what students have turned in the assignment. You can also see how far they've gotten in the video, so they can start the video and then go back to finish it later, which is really cool. And really, it's just a great way for you to be able to see who's doing what. If you wanted to share the assignment, this is another awesome thing. You could copy the link and put it in your Google Classroom or your Schoology. What I do for Schoology though is I do the embed code, and you can change the size if you want it to be larger, and you can copy that code and put it in a page in Schoology. So you would just go to your Schoology, and if you wanted to put it in a page, you can make the title, so lesson 1A, video, assignment. Then you can switch it to HTML on the side and then paste that in, and you can display it on a new page or in line, and then students are going to be able to see your assignment right in here, so they don't have to go outside of Schoology. So that's the great thing about embedding things. So I hope that you liked this video. I hope Edpuzzle is helpful to you. There's a lot of other great tutorials out there for Edpuzzle, so if there's other questions you have, you can go over to some other videos. This is Bright Spots Teaching with how to assign Math Notebook videos using Edpuzzle.